Hello everyone, welcome back. The Star Beats fan today telling the top 5 singers who didn't like Bono, lead singer of the famous Irish rock band U2, is also a dedicated human rights activist who has been a big part of the band's success through his touching songwriting that touches on issues of love, hope, and social justice that are close to his heart. His powerful voice ranges from the experimental tones in Drowning Man to the more straightforward delivery in I Still Haven't Found What I'm Looking For. U2 rose to fame in the 1980s, especially because of events like Live Aid, and gained a dedicated fan base. Many bands from that time see U2 as a big influence. Their music started out as post-punk, but it has evolved while keeping the anthemic qualities characterized by Bono's expressive singing and the Edge signature effects-laden guitar work. Their breakthrough album, The Joshua Tree, made them a global star, which Bono has used to bring attention to important global issues like poverty and AIDS. People still criticize Bono, even though he is a famous singer. How did Bono, the famous lead singer of one of the most popular alternative rock bands, become such a target for dislike? Here are 5 artists who hated Bono the most. Our Ozzy Osbourne has been very critical of Bono, mostly because he thinks Bono is too proud and because he decided to give away a U2 record for free on iTunes. Because Bono is known as an activist, Osbourne thought this action was bad for the music industry and questioned whether it was sincere. He said, "Bono pisses me off, he's built his reputation by working with and talking about starving people in Africa." Affirming his feelings, Osbourne said, "Bono has made his name by talking about and working with starving people in Africa. What he does is fake, and I don't like it." Harrison George By 1997, when U2's record Pop came out and a tour went along with it, George Harrison, the former guitarist for the Beatles, made it clear that he didn't like how self-centered modern music was becoming. As U2's fame dropped, they were criticized, and Harrison's comments were probably part of that. He specifically pointed out Bono's egocentrism by saying, "The more you jump around and the bigger your hat is, the more people listen to your music. It's all about selling and making money, not talent." He compared your approach to that of the Beatles, saying that U2 and the Spice Girls would not be as popular in the future. Ringo Starr Even though Bono has had a lot of success, Roger Waters has disliked him for a long time. Bono and his band get a lot of bad reviews from different places. Waters didn't like Bono's tribute to the October 7th attack victims at a U2 show in Las Vegas. He called it disgusting and called Bono a huge star. U2 changed a line in one of their songs to talk about the attack early in the morning on October 7th. It said, "The sun is rising in the desert sky, stars of David, they took your life but they couldn't take your pride." This made Waters even more angry. He said that someone should grab Bono by the legs and shake him until he stops being such a huge jerk. Henry Rollins' harsh criticism of people he used to look up to shows how intolerable he is of people who don't agree with him, especially Bono, whom he has openly wished ill. In 2001, when asked about rumors that Bono was bothering him, Rollins said, "I would like to see his life shortened." Ian McCulloch, lead singer of Echo and the Bunnymen, became famous with their 1980 single, Rescue, which was also their first song to make it to the top of the charts. Talent, charm, and unique melody hit a nerve with people, and all of a sudden, they were a rising star group that got a lot of attention. Bono saw their music as a task for U2 to make it better. Bono said that Echo and the Bunnymen set a higher standard for U2, but Mulloch has been consistently critical of U2, famously calling their music for plumbers and brie. He has not been afraid to say bad things about Bono and U2 in interviews, even telling Chris Martin to stay away from them because their sound is lacking in depth. Do you think Bono deserves the criticism he gets, or is it just because of his huge success and activism? Write what you think in the space below.